You woke up one day and found yourself in the world of Naruto. No overpowered Sharingan, no Senju bloodline, no cheat-level ninjutsu, just a face blessed by the gods. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, not exactly. This is the story of Souta Kiryu, a regular guy who suddenly finds himself in Konoha, with nothing but a system that makes him more handsome. No chakra, no clan, no connections. Just his wits, his charm, and a whole lot of luck. But in a world where power reigns supreme, can good looks really get you anywhere? Let's find out. The city lights flickered outside the window as Souta Kiryu leaned back in his chair, stretching his arms with a satisfied sigh. A massive bowl of instant ramen sat half-eaten beside him, steam still rising lazily into the air. Man, classic Naruto never gets old, he muttered, watching the screen flash with an intense battle scene. But seriously, why is Minato so lucky? Kushina is a 10 out of 10, he sighed, stuffing another bite of ramen into his mouth, completely immersed in the moment. His room was a mess manga piled up, energy drink cans scattered, gaming consoles half buried under clothes. His phone buzzed with a notification, but he ignored it. Then darkness. A strange dizziness overtook him, like the world itself had twisted. His body felt weightless, then suddenly heavy, like he was being pulled into a void. His vision blurred, his chest tightened. Whoa, what the hell? A sharp ringing filled his ears, then silence. When he opened his eyes again, the smell of damp wood and rotting straw hit him first. The cold seeped into his skin. He groaned, his body aching like he had been thrown down a flight of stairs. Ugh, where the hell am I? He pushed himself upright, blinking as his vision adjusted to the dim light filtering through the cracks of an old, worn-out door. This wasn't his room. It wasn't even his world. Panic surged through him. His hands rough, calloused. His clothes ragged, patched up, a cracked mirror sat in the corner of the room. Dragging himself toward it, he peered into the reflection and froze. This wasn't his face. The man staring back at him was average. Not ugly, not stunning. Dark brown hair, slightly messy. Brown eyes, tired and lifeless. Just some guy. His breath hitched. What the hell is going on? Then a voice echoed in his mind. Transmigration complete. Welcome to the system. Primary function. Enhanced handsomeness. Souta blinked. What? Silence. No second message. No overpowered abilities. No cheat skills. Just enhanced handsomeness? What kind of dumbass ability is that? He groaned, rubbing his temples. I don't need to be handsome. I need chakra, strength, something useful. But the system remained silent. A loud knock on the door nearly made him jump. Oi! Rent's due, you lazy bum! An angry voice shouted. If you don't have the money by tomorrow, you're out. Souta swallowed hard. Not only was he stuck in some random guy's body, but he was also broke. Stumbling toward the window, he pushed open the flimsy shutters, and his heart nearly stopped. People walked the streets below, dressed in traditional shinobi attire, flak jackets mixed among the crowd. The buildings had curved rooftops, a blend of wood and stone, and in the distance, looming over the village, stood a massive mountain, with enormous faces carved into its surface. Holy shit! Hokage Rock. He wasn't just in some random fantasy world, he was in Naruto. Memories of the series flooded his mind. Shinobi, bloodline limits, the Akatsuki, tailed beasts. This world was dangerous beyond belief, and he wasn't some protagonist with a golden finger. He wasn't an Uchiha, a Senju, or even some forgotten genius. He was just some guy. Then, as if mocking him, the system finally spoke again. Enhanced handsomeness activated. Souta barely had time to process that before a strange sensation washed over him. It was subtle. His skin tingled. His body felt lighter. As he turned back to the cracked mirror, his reflection seemed to shift ever so slightly. His hair looked neater, his features more refined. His eyes, once dull, now had a sharper, almost magnetic quality to them. It wasn't anything dramatic. He hadn't transformed into some impossibly perfect supermodel. But there was a definite change. He looked better. "Are you serious?" he muttered. "No chakra, no insane abilities. Just this." Souta exhaled, rubbing his face. "All right, think. He was in Konoha. He had no money, no strength, no connections. But he had a system, and right now, that system was telling him that the only thing he had going for him was his face. Well, guess I'll have to make it work." Souta sat on the edge of his futon, his mind racing. The reality of his situation was starting to set in. He had somehow transmigrated into the Naruto world, with nothing but a system that made him more handsome. No chakra, no bloodline, no secret techniques, just an enhanced appearance. "All right," he muttered. "First things first. I need to figure out when exactly I am." Standing up, he dusted himself off and took a deep breath. If this was Konoha, there were bound to be people who could give him clues about the timeline.